All right, we are now joined by Matt Kenseth, the driver of the number 20 Dollar General Toyota, who will be starting on the front row for the Daytona 500 next Sunday. Matt, why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about your qualifying runs out there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, everybody says it, but qualifying here is truly a team effort. So from the aero guys to everybody at TRD making the power, and then Jason and the group for massaging that thing, they did a great job. So it's funny the way this works. I was coasting around the apron and knew Chase was ahead of me, and figured Junior was going to beat me because he was faster the first round, and thinking, man, you're going to do all that work and qualify third, you might as well be 20th. So I was pleasantly surprised when he dropped in right behind us, and we've never qualified in the front row here before, so that certainly takes, I think, some of the pressure off for later in the week.
All right, we'll now open it up to questions. We'll start down here with Tom. Just state your name and affiliation when we get the microphone to you.
Hey, Matt, Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. Congratulations. Does the fact that you're locked into the outside of the front row and you know where you're starting change your routine at all for the week between now and the 500?
Well, I think it could for sure. I don't think preparing for the duels is really much different because we knew we had a guaranteed spot, and you're not going to want to try to risk it in practice, although you still have that happen occasionally. So I don't think your preparation for Thursday will change. I mean, I guess Thursday's subject to change. I mean, I think if you can stay up there and lead it, you're going to want to go out and try to win it. But if something happens and you look like you're in a bad spot, and it might be smarter to get out of there, you might change your plan at that time, I guess. So something we haven't really talked about yet.
Additional questions for Matt? Lewis?
Louis Franco, Reuters. Kind of in Tom's vein, Thursday after last night, I mean, do you see any repetition of that type of driving last night on Thursday evening?
Well, if you look at the last few years, last night's case wasn't totally unusual, So and typically, doesn't mean it will, but typically as the week goes on, it gets a little bit not necessarily more calm, but I don't know. Sometimes I think a lot of Saturday night's thing is it's the first race and nobody's been in a car in a couple months, and super speedway race, and everybody, you kind of getting going. So I hope not. The only one who hates wrecking more than me is Coach because he has to pay for it. But I hate having all those cars tore up for sure. So I hope it's better than that. But yet we still did. It still was productive. We got to run some setup stuff we wanted to try for the 500. I felt like all our Toyotas had really good speed. Denny was able to win the race. So I mean, we still. Even though the end result, wasn't good, there was still a lot of positives out of the night. I felt like we learned a lot.